All right, in this episode of Bare Knuckle Bowker, very excited to be talking to an individual fighting on November the 22nd at BKB 48. Massively exciting fight with big title implications. Bridgerweight title eliminator talks making a ton of sense considering the rankings of these two fighters. And Jarome Hatch stepping into the Mighty Trigon against Ike Villanueva. Definitely a very exciting fight for my money, and great having Ike back on Bare Knuckle Bowker today. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It's a blessed Sunday, man. Thank you for the opportunity of having me. Like I said, yeah, anytime you have an opportunity to get with the media and promote yourself, it's a big opportunity, especially in the bare knuckle game, man. We're trying to really take this to the next level. And a part of the game, we have to do our part too. We can't just be quiet about it and just say, man, post it and say, I got a fight coming up. I got to let you know, and I got to let the fans know, hey, there's a hurricane coming November 22nd. In Miami, you don't handle hurricanes very well, so we'll find out.
Yeah, and I love the attitude and everything like that because as much as there are certain aspects of BKB that seem like they keep leveling up, like I mean, like the Vice TV deal, some of the I guess new people involved in like more executive positions. It seems like it keeps getting bigger event to event, but it's cool that you put the onus on yourself to also want to not even just like grow the league specifically, but also seemingly to just grow the sport of bare knuckle overall. So yeah, that's great, man. Love to hear that.
No problem, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, man, I'm excited where bare knuckle is going, and we're turning heads. There's a lot of people really who didn't who. There's a lot of people who doubted the bare knuckle. Man, we had the opportunity this weekend. We had Paulie Malignaggi, who is a boxing legend in my eyes, and love him or hate him, the dude's a legend and respect it. And he put on a hell of a show last night, and respect to him, man. At his age of 44 years old, beating a 34-year-old kid, that was like, wow, man. I'm glad for him. I'm a big fan, especially all the doubters that talk mess about him when he fought BKFC, when he hurt his hand, broke his hand, and still finished the fight. But hey, look what he did. He bounced back, shook the haters off. And that was big. Like I said, BKB, we had some big changes in the past year, which everybody's seen. And now we're really turning heads. And as fighters, we're going to do our part to make sure everybody's tuned in and really locked in with us as fans.
Yeah, and I feel like I will try to touch on that main event fight that you just touched on, maybe even a bit more in depth, but something from that card that I would
No
love to get
problem.
your thoughts on, being that it has so much relevance to your fight with Hatch here. I mean, just Marko Martinjak cementing himself as the new Bridgerweight champion against Dan Podmore. Like, what were your thoughts on that fight?
Man, played out like I knew it would. I mean, Dan Podmore, respect, respect to him. Let's see. Let me be a gentleman about it. But he was gift wrapped. He was gift. They gifted this guy this title. Okay, when you talk about bare knuckle levels, he was in a league that wasn't very strong. That he had his accolades, and really, I mean, it showed when he fought a really contender. But this guy, he fought an older guy that won the how he won the belt. Then he fought another, I guess I don't know, the cruiserweights that came up to fight him, which was another a very cherry picked opponent that he went the distance with. And the bare knuckle at our weights, if you go 6 rounds to anybody, that tells you something. Hey, man, I'm not doing something right, or I shouldn't be here because you're fighting at the 200 plus and you're going the distance. Man, there's something wrong with your power in your hands. Because bare knuckle, you got to have power, and you can't put away a guy in 5 to 6 rounds. It's gonna be a world of hurt when you fight top level guys. So it's like now that we're getting into like Hatch. Hatch is a well known fighter. He laid into Marco, and he really woke Marco up because Marco was thought he was unhuman at times, thought he was invincible. And shout out to Jerome because you can never doubt a guy that's got that fire hunger. And Hatch has that, man. I had the honor to fight with Hatch and Marco in Nashville, and I got some interesting knowledge, and nobody knows this, but Hatch, when before he fought Cody East that night, I took Hatch back and gave him some good tips on how to beat Cody East. And sure enough, first round, that was not me. That wasn't my tips. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But as the fight went on, Jerome finally just, I guess it just finally came, played in his head. He's like, man, I'm going to wear this guy out. And sure enough, he did. And I think he put, sorry about that. What? Are you good?
Yeah, no, no worries. You're good.
Okay, man, it's breaking up. Can you still see me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you, and then I
Okay.
mean I can't quite see you. It looks like the video
Okay.
is off right now, but yeah.
Let me see what's going on. So my apologies, man.
No, you're good, man. No worries.
I'm trying to put it on the computer this time and not the phone. I hate doing it on the phone because somebody always calls while we're doing it.
All good, man. All good.
No problem. So yeah, going back to Hatch finally woke up, and people don't know this. I think Cody East finally is going to hang him up because you couldn't because he took a beating from Jarome, and shout out to Jarome Hatch because the dude's on a tear. And when they offered me to Jarome, and he jumped right on it. And there's a lot of guys when they offer my name, they don't want it. And Jarome Hatch is the guy I respect. He used to live in Texas. Now he's in Utah. But to me, he's the opponent now. Now he's in my way. And like I said, there's a hurricane coming through. And I'm on a mission to be a two-division weight champ, two-division champ. And my first step is taking care of Jarome Hatch in November and set in stone. But like I said, with this fight, I gotta do it in fashion. I can't go out there and lollygag. I really got to make it a point that at my age, I'm still a threat, and this is still my house. Like I said, I think I'm still the landlord. I still run it. I'm one of the biggest names, and I'm one of the biggest talkers. I mean, you look at it, social media does not lie. Whenever I'm on the microphone, it sells. And guys need to get on that, man. Get on that train. How come I ain't getting sponsors? How come I'm not getting promoted? You don't talk much, buddy. That's one thing I learned in my years in the UFC and fighting MMA, man. I learned to talk and put people in seats. But speaking of that fight, when I had the opportunity to fight in Nashville, my last fight, I had the opportunity. I got offered not Jerome. I got offered Marko. Marko needed a replacement. Shit, Mel hit me up. I said, hell yeah, I'll call you right back. And after that, I never heard nothing from it. So I would have loved to cry. I would have loved to welcome him to bridgerweight because they fed him a can at that fight. And literally, these guys that were at bridgerweight prior, they all dodged me. I said it from day one. It's frustrating right now, just because of my name, but just what I bring as a fighter. And it's hard to get guys to say yes. I mean, like I said, when I fought Gustavo, yes. When I fought my last dude to beat me in England, which is a well-known fighter, 1 week notice, I said, "Hell yeah, let's do it." There's no backing. I don't shy away from the challenge. I tested myself, but when I signed with BYB, formerly known the name, I signed at 200 pounds. It was to be at 200 pounds because that's what I fought in UFC 205. Mm-hmm. That was my goal, but nobody wanted to fight me there, so the only matchups I got were at heavyweight. And I did good, and I stayed there. If I would have came in at 200 pounds, I think I'll still be undefeated right now. But hey, now I got my weight class at bridgerweight, and I'm gonna terrorize this division for a while before I hang them up.
I get what you're saying, like in terms of maybe bridgerweight's the more optimal weight division, but just kind of adds to the legacy overall, being the former BKB heavyweight champion, and what an incredible throwdown with DJ Linderman. So at the very least, adds to the legacy and shows the tremendous gamesmanship and all.
Yes, sir. I mean, God, like you speaking of that DJ, it put the grin on my face because that was a fight, and that we really set the tone as what bare knuckle can be, and it can be exciting and man, to this day, he'll be a good buddy of mine, good friend outside of the ring. Because man, when we put on a show that night, he brought it, I brought it, and he really knew he had to bring his A game to fight me. And I believe that night he did. He brought his A game. So to beat a guy like that, when he admits to saying, "Hey, you got the best of me," and I did it, hey, that's what it's about. That's when you give them the respect. You got the best of me, and you whip my ass. That's it. A lot of fighters can't say that, and that's a lot of fighters' downfall. They'll dwell on that shit, make every excuse in the book why they lost. That fighter said, "You brought the best, and you cooked me with the game plan." Shout out to him.
Yeah, such an honorable guy, and I mean, obviously within that BKB heavyweight title lineage too, based on how I mentioned him. And I love those fights where people come out of it with such like a, I guess, pronounced respect for each other and stuff like that. And I love to see that for sure, man. I guess like something I wanted to kind of touch upon with you though, that's kind of outside of this fight, like obviously many more fights and Ike Villanueva related stuff to touch on, but just being that you have that history of working out of Main Street boxing and stuff like that with, I guess now former BKFC champion Austin Trout also working out there, being that he vacated that welterweight belt, but now rematching Luis Palomino as part of that vacant lightweight title tournament for BKFC. Like, what are your thoughts on that Austin Trout versus Luis Palomino rematch coming up?
So, Austin Trout, look at Austin Trout. He got the dark skin in his heart. That's a Mexican fighter. That guy is, man, Los Cruces, New Mexico, where he's from. and he has that Aztec warrior fire in him. This dude is he is bare knuckle boxing, and he will beat you with the jab and frustrate you with that flick jab. And man, that's one of my. I'm glad to call him a friend, a brother, great teammate of mine, and we share knowledge. He gives me my respect. I give him his because dude fought Canelo. Come on, man. And he came into BKFC and they offered him Diego and just having like this, just like talking like me and you. His smile when he said, "I got the opportunity, let's go." That's like he put it on Diego Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, man, dude, when guys can smile and like it just, hey man, they're ready for it. That's what it's about. But like I said, to have him at our gym right now doing what he's doing, Luis Palomino, he's in a world of hurt because Luis said every excuse in the book while he lost. And it's going to be the same thing. I mean, now you showed everything to Austin. Now Austin's just going to pick you apart. I think Austin finishes him in 2 this fight. Yep. How do you seen Austin's last fight? He went up and waited and put it with one hand and still came through. So hey, Austin's a bad boy. Austin is bad.
Yeah, no, he's such an incredible fighter. He like stands out as the best example for me as far as like an experienced gloved boxer who's made such an elite transition into bare knuckle. But I guess I did want to touch on your last fight too, just because you kind of integrated yourself into the bridgerweight division, and it seemed like you had such an emphatic performance against Eric Olson at that BKB 42 card in June. Like, how did it feel competing at bridgerweight? It seemed like it was just such an incredible, I guess, weight category for you. Like you were talking about how it's the optimal division for you a bit earlier in the chat, but it really seemed like it reflected in a big way with how that performance played out.
Yeah, man, it was turning the switch, turning the knob, the new chapter at my age and what I was able to show and who I was. And Eric Olson is a big name. People don't like him, but as a fighter and what he brings, dude's tough and he has the dirty tricks. And you really got a game plan for it. And thank you to my team, Coach Jesse, Coach Isaac, Coach Bob Perez. They really put in my mind how we're going to beat this guy, and I did. And they knew, hey, he can't box with you. He can't handle your body shots. And like I said, I made it a point that I'm going to touch him in the body, and I'm really going to make you hurt. And I did. I think the first punch I cut him on top of the head. Then as he got in the corner, I hit him with a body shot right in the hip. I made it a point to hit him in the hip. He can't move. And the bruise he had, the next day he sent me a Snapchat, purple and blue. It was just nasty. I mean, and I just made it a point to hunt the body. It really, to put away a guy like that easy. The dude does King of the Streets. Dude is crazy. Come on. I don't know if you heard of King of the Streets. It's no holds bar, Lionheart, just fight to the face. Respecting him for that, man. It was great, but that fight, what really motivated me the most is being able to walk out with my son. I mean, I'll probably see the pictures, but if they release that whole walkout video, it's like, here I go. My son's doing great things in his life. He's about to graduate college in December and get his master's next year. But he's at a stage in his life that he made that walk with me in life. And to see me really come out my shell and new weight class and show the world I still got it, that was a blessing. But like I said, I'm very emotional. I'm emotional dad because my kids are my world, man. Like I said, I live and die for my kids and my wife. But man, that fight was really like a turning point. And everybody at BKB was like, okay, he's back. He's here. You see it in the eyes. It's like I said, like eye of the tiger. He got it. When he's on this shit, he's a bad man. That's my thing. So I die. When I'm on it, I'm a bad motherfucker, dog. And like I said, when I'm out my game, I'll tell you straight up, I'm out. When I'm out my game, I'm out the game. Okay, if I ain't smiling, I ain't having fun, I'm done. And I still got a lot of smiling in me. And I'm about to make another run. I promise you, I'm going to make a strong run to really set the tone and really take BKB to the next level. Because you see what BKFC is doing? Mm-hmm. We can do it too. We're making waves too. And this year, 26 will be a takeover year. And I can't wait. And like I said, Jarome Hatch, all respect to you, but hey, Hurricanes coming through. And I want to fight Marko at the O2 Arena, but I got to take care of business first. I want to take that shit to England. And I got to get one back over there. Like I said, you want to be a bare knuckle fighter, you got to go win in Europe. That's my thing because that's where it all started. all that gypsy style shit. That's where I started. And I got to go make my legacy. This Mexican American will go do it. And that's just, hey, real facts. My wife told me go do it. I got to listen to the boss lady. She was my ass.
Yeah, you mentioned the importance of having your son involved in the entrance, and I did love to see that piece. And I also loved after you won the BKB heavyweight title, that clip that got traction where your son was getting just so fired up that you won the title. Whenever you have this bridgerweight title fight, if all plays out in your series of events you just outlined there with fighting Marko at the O2, we got to get another clip with your son, cheering you on if you get that, additional championship too, right?
It's going to happen. He will be there. And yeah, like I said, and a lot of people ask me, man, like, how did I feel when I lost to Gustavo and I lost the heavyweight? I didn't go to that dark place. There's sometimes in a fight, you really got to go to that dark place and close everything off to really do this sport. And like I said, my wife knows it now that I really got to go there, and she understands it. That, hey, when it's closing time to fight, the kids got to step away for a little bit and let me focus, especially my girls, man, because I got all girls at home right now because my kids in college. But my girls, they know, hey, man, it's getting close. Let's leave Daddy alone because he got to go there. And they know when Daddy wins, we come back, we have fun. So big shout out to my wife, Kim. Like I said, I'll be to the day I die in all my fight career. She's the reason why I do what I do. Because without her, I'll be a has-been. Real talk. I'll be this serious. Because if you ain't have a strong supporter at home, you're just another has-been. And we see it all the time. But like I said, I will have my son in my corner at the O2 Arena, and we will be sweet. We will be singing Sweet Caroline when I win that belt. I can't wait. Like I said, hey, man, at my age, you better visualize it. You better see the future because, hey, man, why are you here for? I'm not cocky. I just something as a vision. I see it, and I'm going to go do it. And that's something that I really want to put myself, set goals. Set goals. I did it all my life. People say I would never make it. Look at me now. Shit, you talk about me. I did it the hard way, but I did it my way, and I'm here. I'm still doing it, man.
Yeah, you have such an incredible journey, man, and many more chapters still to unfurl in the story, as you mentioned. And similar, I guess, to your point with the Gustavo fight in terms of not wanting to dwell on certain things too much. I guess just in the sense of you mentioning that a bit ago, I'd be curious to get your thoughts on that BKB 48 fight coming up in November when Gustavo Trujillo defends his title on that, Pembroke Pines card coming up against Tony Johnson Jr., who also has collected bare knuckle titles as well. Like, what are your thoughts on that fight, being that you're a former heavyweight champ yourself?
So with Tony, haven't seen much of him, but if you think you're gonna go in there and brawl with Gustavo, it's not gonna happen. Gustavo's pinpoint accuracy Cuban style boxing. He's not gonna sit there and he don't have to trade with you. The kid is legit, and he's a hell of a great boxer, and props to him because I really did my homework on him, and like I said, I got caught in quicksand in that fight. Shit went bad, and it really went bad. It was like, fuck, man, shout out to him. He was just better that night. You get in fights like that. But I think he walks through Tony again. I just don't see. You got to bring the fight, but you got to weather. He's like a hurricane almost. You got to weather that storm. You get him in the second, third, and fourth round, we don't know what he has. And nobody has got there with him yet. I mean, shit, I was about to get him there. I got caught with the last body shot that really fractured the rib, and I was like, fuck. But Gustavo is a great guy and a great team that he has. And that's one thing we don't give enough credit to is the team. His coaches are top notch. And like I said, if I had the opportunity to fight him again, man, I will really like lay it all on the line. I will go somewhere and lock myself in the gym for 3 fucking months just to prove a point that I can beat this guy who's supposedly the greatest in this game.
And I guess playing off of that, because obviously you're confident that if you were booked into a rematch, you would do anything and everything to win. And there's obviously defined paths to victory that you could have for sure, considering your track record. But I guess like touching upon that statement of, I guess, supposedly the best heavyweight in bare knuckle. Because like when we were talking about Gustavo, I was kind of thinking like, is he the best heavyweight overall in bare knuckle? Like, do guys like Leonardo Perdomo or Ben Rothwell or anyone even on the BKFC side of things, like, do you see them presenting any challenge to Gustavo? Like, obviously this isn't like a hypothetical sense because different promotions, and it doesn't seem like a cross promotional event is to come anytime soon. But do you get what I mean? Like, I guess just to serve that idea of where you think Gustavo sits in the general bare knuckle heavyweight landscape.
The only one that would really give him trouble is Big Ben. Big Ben is that's a corn-fed mofo, man. He's big and he can weather that. And like I says, Gustavo will have to be on his A game. But it plays out. You fight him in the BKFC style or the BKB style. It favors him in the BKB style for Big Ben because there's no room for Gustavo really to move because he's just gonna tie you up and just wear you down. That's a lot of weight behind Big Ben. And Gustavo's probably 245. But I think that would be a hell of a fight. Like for a fight fan, you got two just monsters, and you got guys who's a great boxer. One's just like a fucking man. I respect him, but I hate saying this. Is like a fucking bar brawler because when he touches you, good night. You see what he did to the last heavyweight. I mean, God. Now I know why the dude was trying away to fight. He wanted no part of Big Ben, and I've been a fan of Big Ben since day one, and I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. But that'd be a hell of a fight, though. Him and Gustavo, ooh, man, that'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, super talented fighter as well, and have interviewed both of those individuals, which if people are inclined, they can check them out on the channel. Other Bare Knuckle Bowker episodes with Ben Rothwell and Gustavo Trujillo and whatnot. But yeah, you've been on a few episodes now too, Ike, and it's always good getting to, chop it up with you, man, and everything. I just, love getting your insights on the game. You just have such a, cool journey and have done so many interesting things, like even boxing Jarrell Miller and stuff like that, victories in the UFC. Yeah, definitely an impressive resume in many combat sports for sure, man.
Yeah, man, it's just who I am. I'm a naturally hard. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter who has a great purpose in life. Like I said, I fight part-time as a hobby. I'm really good at this hobby. I have a great career outside of fighting. But man, this is my escape to really unleash. And it sucks for guys that really do this full time and get their ass whooped by a guy like me because I love to love that in. I love it. I'm gonna let you hear it. I'm like, man, I just worked 60 hours and I still can't kick your ass. And they call me so. My nickname is Hurricane, but nowadays, all my friends, all the farm partners, I'm Unc. That's Uncle Hurricane.
Yeah.
That's big Unc now. And funny thing, so I'm growing the beard out because I know I'm fighting these younger guys, and they're like, "Man, why you growing it out?" I said, "I'm gonna make it a point that this old man is gonna run through y'all. I'm gonna show you what hard work's about. Call me the Mexican Wolverine, whatever you want to say. You ever saw 21 Jump Street? That's where I got it from."
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, they call you the Mexican Wolverine. My coach, he always mentions stuff like that, bro, and it's hilarious. But I outgrown with it. But like I said, I really tell these guys, you've been training all day, I've been working all day, and I'm still whipping your ass. And you're tired, and I just love man, I whispered in the ear, did you clean your room? Like I'll box with them. How's your tia? Tell your mom I said hi. It gets so mad, like, man, how do you know my mom? Like, it's just something. Mental warfare, man. You got to have that mental warfare in our break room. I learned that. I hate saying it all the time, but Conor was one of the best, bro. Conor would get in your head, and you see when guys fight off emotion. And shout out to Conor McGregor, man, for doing shit like that. But that's something I do, and I still do it every day. And when I tell the guys, when I stop doing that, stop talking shit, smiling, hey, I'm done, I'm out. But like I said, that's just who I am, man. As a fighter, I love having fun with this game, and there's still a lot more to go, man. And I tell you, man, I'm going to end the year right, but I'm going to start the year off with the bang. Supposedly, Marko has a hurt hand or something, but we'll find out the next couple of days. But what really pissed me off is when now get with the promoters and announcers. You didn't mention me or Jerome's name. Who lit a fire in my ass? Don't ever overlook us too, because we will change a fight with just our right hand. That's something we can do. And I'll give Jerome that power. He can change the fight with the one punch, and I can do it with either hand. And I'm really going to make a point, and they know it. The matchmakers know it. The new promoters, they know it. But like I said, you got to give me my credit, or else I just do what I've always been doing. I just go take it. You don't respect it, I'll go take it, and I'll show you why you pay me the big bucks. Why I do what I do.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to make a bit of a joke there because you talk about the commentators not, mentioning you and Hatch in that kind of context. I was going to ask when you're going to get on the commentary desk again because you did some good work with BYB 27 in the commentary position. Maybe they don't want you in the booth because they're trying to avoid that smoke from Ike Villanueva kind of thing.
I love it. So, Don Povia. Don Povia is a good friend of mine. Great, making great way. What he's doing with BKB. I had a podcast interview with Keith Bullock, old tight Tennessee tight linebacker. Man, he's probably one of my best favorite linebackers of the new age. But he told Don, when Ike's done fighting, put that guy in the booth, and they know it. And that's always been my goal. I'm gonna be somewhere behind the scenes, or I'm gonna be in that booth because I'm a realist, and I'm gonna tell you how it is. Fighters don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. What are they gonna say? I'm gonna whip your ass? No, you're not gonna whip my ass. You're gonna respect what I tell you, and hopefully you feed off it and go do better, man. So that's the goal of mine, to really do that after I'm done. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time, and we'll see what happens. But right now, my goal is bring home my belt to my daughter, because when I lost that belt, she goes, "Daddy, you lost the belt. Don't worry about it. I'm bringing a real one home. I'm gonna bring another one." So that's my goal, and I don't lie to my daughters. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it, and she knows it. She reminds me every day, "When's that belt coming home, Daddy?" I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And when I say that, I mean it. So hey, tune in. I tell everybody, buckle up. I made a post the other day when they didn't say that shit. I tagged the big bosses, buckle up, because the hurricane coming. And when the hurricane's fired up, they know what's gonna happen.
And with the 100% finishing rate in bare knuckle, clearly more of an F5 kind of hurricane situation for sure, right?
Oh, no doubt. That's all I know. Finish. I'm not here to go to the decision. I get paid by the second, not the minute. Like I said, I'm not there to go all the distance. Hell no, I'm not there for it. But I'm excited to get to Miami. My first time fighting in Miami. I'm excited for it. So that's always a bucket list. But to really bring the hurricane, man, to Miami and really go do damage. And I can't wait to do it, man. I'm a month out, and I'm about to have some fun, man. But like I said, there's still doubters out there. Hey, what do you do to the doubters? You win and shut them up. That's what you got to do. Just win and shut them up. And they'll come up with every excuse why you won. Oh, he beat Jarome Hatch because he wasn't at the level. No, bullshit. Jarome Hatch is on the tear right now. 4-fight win streak. Give him his due. And he's stepping up to fight me. Big ups to him, and we're about to put on a show. I wish he would have been on here tonight. We could have hyped it up a little bit more. But, hey, man, shout out to him. He's family, man. You got to do what you got to do to take care of your kids. So whatever he's doing, man. But like I said, Jarome, really, train. Please, bring your best. I really want the best Jarome. I want the Jarome that knocked out Marko. That's the Jarome I want.
No, for sure, man. And like I said before, been great getting to have you on Bare Knuckle Bowker again. I do want to be mindful of your time and everything as well, Ike. So many great insights, but you're a busy lad and you got a lot on the go. And yeah, just figured to give you the floor if you had any final parting thought you were maybe inclined to add as we're kind of wrapping up here. I appreciate you coming on Bare Knuckle Bowker tonight.
No doubt, man. I'm going to give a big shout out to my buddy, my friend, Paulie Malignaggi. Been since I met him, been a great pioneer of the boxing game and really put in the work in this BKB. And what he did last night, age is nothing but a number. At 44 years old, he beat a 34-year-old tough guy. So that kid was tough. And when he did what he did was awesome. Man, big ups to Paulie. To me, big thank you to my team, Main Street Boxing, KD Boxing Club, man, all my coaches. Man, without them, there will be no hurricane, especially with my family, without my wife. There is no hurricane without her. But like I said, my sponsors, man, some of the best. Team Hurricane, they know who they are. And you're part of Team Hurricane. And like I said, Team Hurricane, I'm from Katy, Texas, where I live. From Katy, Texas, H-Town. They know who I am. I'm a Texas legend, Houston OG, and I keep giving my respects, and I'll keep on representing Houston to Katy, Texas, the suburbs, to the day I die, because that's who I am. Like I said, but big shout out to my big up, Primo Michelada. These guys gave me the opportunity to come up with my own mix, and I did. Please send me your address. I'll send you a bottle of my mix, my brother. Let you try it out. Give me your honest opinions about it. It's a cucumber Michelada mix. It's a great bottle. And like I said, Primo Mix, my buddy Jay Rodriguez is a big buddy of mine, long time sponsor. But without him, man, I would never had the opportunity to make this happen. And I'm glad. So we're slowly but surely we're coming up with it. And I'll send you some bottles I look forward to, and I'll send you some of that Hurricane merch. And really, like I said, but keep doing what you're doing, putting fighters, giving them this opportunity to promote ourselves. Like I said, without people like you, man, we couldn't do it. And big ups to you, man. Thank you, brother.
No, big ups to you, man. To the point of, the mix. You're quite in the mix in this bridgerweight division, and we'll see who gets that title shot at BKB 48. Definite, title eliminator stakes on this November 22nd fight. But again, to reiterate, Ike, thank you so much for coming on Bare Knuckle Bowker once again. All the best with the remaining stretch of the preparations, and I'll certainly be peeping the fight with great enthusiasm when it happens. But until then, you have a great rest of your night, and thank you for the time, man.
Thank you, my brothers. You have a good night. Thank you.